Alright, just leaving the old parts place there. He was way out there. He's almost like hour and 40-minute drive. But I got, well, that's my seat off my first Ultra there. But I got, man, he had brand new throttle cables in stock, brand new choke cables in stock. I think the prices were good. I don't know really what they're worth. But and then I got lots of nice stuff. I got skis from my other Ultra. I got a back rack. I got a water pump. And yeah, super cheap prices. And really nice guy. And he's got a lot of his stuff's pretty picked through. So there was stuff I wanted that he didn't have. But yeah, so I was hoping he would have had a front bumper, but he doesn't. So frig yeah, man. So I'm gonna go home. I'll probably hit the Polaris dealership, get a set of slides, just while I have time. They're for the other Ultra, but I might as well take advantage of my time. And I don't know, I might take a nap, or I might just head straight to the shop and get Ultra 2.0 running. And then between this afternoon and tomorrow, I want to get Ultra 2.0 running, get it figured out, go through it, and get some test runs in. If it all checks out, man, Monday morning I'm going to try to book Friday off, and next weekend going sledding. Boy, someone's planning on cutting some serious timber. Look at that boy. Where the heck are you heading in this country with a machine like that? So some of the practices you're going to see in this video are going to be so haywire that I feel the need to have a disclaimer. So this is my parts slide. I bought this for cheap for parts. I actually bought it as a non-runner. So some of the events you're about to see and the things I'm going to do, I know they're not right and not recommended, but it's my other sled is so far away from being ready that I want to go snowmobiling for the family day long weekend. So I ran into a bit of trouble here. I assessed the situation, seen what I had around me to work with, and I did what I had to do. So it'll hold together for as long as it holds together. So if anyone, I know usually everyone on here is A1, but just in case there's some stranger looking around and decides to get in the comment sections and tell me how smart he is, I've been doing this stuff my whole life. And this is something that, it's kind of a side of snowmobiling maybe you don't see. All you people that are very precise in your work and things, that's good, but sometimes people just got no time, no money, limited know-how, and crazy stuff happens. I know I've done my share of it in the day. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun just winging it here and slapping this thing together, and I just want it to last one weekend. So that's my disclaimer, guys. The other Ultra is sitting right here. This is going to get put together properly. It's going to be classy. It's going to be nice. This is my long weekend machine, man. It's Sunday night, and I want to be heading out on the trail Friday, so that's my disclaimer. Well, I just got out here. It's Sunday afternoon. Yesterday I got all the parts, basically for both machines, I think. I went to the parts guy, got a bunch of stuff, went to the dealership, and I went to the Canadian Tire, and I think I got everything I need. So the biggest thing today is get the water pump changed in this sled and get this sled running. I pretty much need to get a test run on this sled tonight, enough to know that I can go in to work tomorrow and try to book Friday off. So I got a water pump. The biggest issue is the water pump gasket, and maybe I'll show you a bit after. I'm hoping that this gasket comes apart and doesn't tear so it can be reused, because that gasket, I can't just silicone the water pump and bolt it back on. I'm sure I could, but they meshed it 2 gears. So that water pump gasket kind of sets your gear backlash. So if it's bolted together without like that 18-20 thousandths thick gasket, my gears are going to be meshing too tight, which might be okay, but probably isn't the best. So I'm crossing my fingers that this gasket stays in one piece. So that's the biggest thing right now. So time's ticking here. I got to hop to it. I'm gonna pull the exhaust off, pull the water pump off, and get back to you. Well, okay, confession time and time for everyone to learn a lesson. When you're doing engine work, don't rush stuff. When you're doing anything, don't rush. Take your time, follow the steps, go through it. I was ripping like a madman trying to get this done as fast as I could, right? Okay, so I took the 4 bolts out. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. But I counted 4, but the 4th one I took out was a different bolt that was for something else. And this bolt was still in there down in the bottom that I didn't notice. So I was beating on this thing with a 2x4 and a piece of pipe, and I'm like, man, that gasket just doesn't want to let go. And in doing that, I broke the front rail. So that means someday I gotta take another run out to the parts guy and get that part. And I ran out to the parts guy this weekend so I wouldn't have to tear parts off of my other Ultra, and now, well, it's Sunday afternoon, so I'm forced to tear parts off my other Ultra. And this water pump, the bushing is real tight. It's tighter than the one that I bought. Like, it rolls nice. It's tight. This is a plastic gear. There is some teeth missing off the gear, so it's probably a good thing that it got pulled. But I don't know why it failed. It's kind of like gouges in the impeller. It's almost like something must have went through the cooling system or something was beating around in there, because this got cut off, but the impeller is in there tight. So very strange, because that's where your outlet is. It could cut right off. So something crazy must have got into the water pump and made that happen. So that's not that cool. This is really not cool. So it's probably dark here, but see, there's the front rail, the water pump bolts there. There's the other part of the water pump. Hey, okay, well, I'm going to slow down a bit here because I just caused myself a bunch of extra time for just sake of rushing. Got that all buttoned up. This rail doesn't it kind of moves around a bit and it slides into that. It's kind of hard to say, but it slides into that O-ring hole. So I just ran the bolts in but didn't snug them. Then I tightened the water pump up. Then I tightened these after. So I was just kind of giving everything kind of a once over, going through while I was waiting for the silicone to dry. And can we see this? How are we going to see this? So there's a little chunk of the piston that's broke between the rings, and the top ring's gone right off. So, okay, all right. Okay. I said, crap, I'm dead in the water, but I have an idea. It's kind of crazy, but it's squirrely. It's going to be redneck, but yeah, okay. Cylinder's coming off. Let's do this. So the cylinder is actually beautiful, except for one weird spot. See the, here, let's see. The exhaust port. See right there? See that right there? You can feel it with your finger. See, the head's in nice shape. So I have this old cylinder, another 680, that it's not too shabby. There's just a few little bang marks where the ring came through, but it can be cleaned up. And it's a very usable cylinder. Whatever, I'm just gonna run that one. The base gasket's set together, so we're just gonna silicone that and run it. And I'm changing the top end on this anyways, so I got 2 pistons to choose from. I'm pulling the piston out of this, putting it in that, siliconing the base gasket down, and we're going sledding, boys! So on the cylinder and piston, see the back side's no scoring at all. There's a bit of scoring there, but I'm guessing it was a ring failure. The ring turned and caught, maybe? Must have. Something. So there you go. The plug looked good. Like, you know, wasn't like nothing leaned out or anything. It just must have been a ring failure. So there's that. Okay, there's the piston in. The top ring groove was a bit sticky, so I just took the ring off and cleaned up the ring groove. Sand it down in the little problematic areas on the piston, but what's wrong with that, boys? And the other piston on the other Ultra there is toast. I only had one piston to choose from, but you'll see that some other day when I start working on that. Okay, it's probably pretty dark, but that's how you change a piston for free. Okay, now, I don't know if you can see too good here. Just got the little camera here. But I rigged up some vent lines on the carbs. Those are the carbs. And then I've got to just silicone them in so it's it'll plug up the big obvious holes in the airbox if nothing else. Alright, so I pulled the dipstick on the chain case and it actually looked not bad. I topped it up with oil a bit. I got the motor together. One of the bolts on the janky rail, one of the outside ones is just stripped. It does nothing, so hopefully the silicone holds that. The brakes are pretty squishy, so I'm going to add some brake fluid. And I got some tape for this seat. I forgot my grease gun, so I don't know if I'm going to bother. Maybe tomorrow I'll grease it, I don't know. But I use an extensive amount of silicone on this project, so I'm just going to let it set overnight with the heater on. Let the silicone dry, and I tape up the seat, and then tomorrow I'll put the pipes on, or fill it with coolant, put the pipes on, and I guess we'll be test running tomorrow evening, so that's the plan. Ha! How is that? For high class redneck trash, boys. Imagine if I would have been caught on the trails in public with a gray duct tape in my seat. That'd be so embarrassing. People would be thinking I was poor and offering me handouts and treating me differently. But now look, black Gorilla Tape, boys. Now they know I'm legit now. Look at that. Boom, scavenge piston, black Gorilla Tape, half a tube of silicone. Boys, it's gonna be the best family day long weekend of my life.
I don't know. Still running. We'll load her up on the truck, and maybe another day in the daylight we'll do some test runs, or maybe we'll just head straight for the trail, but okay.